Hello?
Hi.
So,
Again.
yeah. You ready to go through the door?
Turns out last episode was not the last episode.
Not
And
even
it turns out
close.
this episode probably is not going to be the last episode either.
That would be quite preposterous.
Well, it sounds to me like we've got some more dooring to do, some more room escaping,
Yep.
maybe.
So it's us with Seven, Clover, and Snake, who we just broke out of the coffin. And now we're gonna go through the other number 9 door, except Junpei isn't actually ready for that yet.
Huh?
For some
Sounds
reason.
about right.
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
What is it?
You want to check something?
Yes.
Yeah, but before I do, Seven, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the four of us.
What do you mean? We don't need.
Just do it, all right?
Yeah, just do it, man. Come on.
But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important.
Sure.
I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Why wouldn't he just explain himself? Like, it would be much easier than going, just trust me, guys, please.
Source, just trust me.
Exactly.
Junpei looked directly into Seven's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Fine.
Good chunk. The door does, in fact, open. Seven
I was
pulled
wondering.
down- Yeah?
I've been wondering what it looks like behind that 9 door specifically. So.
Well, I mean, it looks like there's another door to kind of.
Hey, I know. I feel betrayed. It was a door that led to another door.
No, kind of like a foyer, you know?
A foyer. We pronounce that foyer, not foyer. What are you,
Foie gras,
American?
yeah.
Foie gras. Wait. No.
Seven pulled down on the lever and door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
All right, that means the four of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet? Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it.
Yeah, you weren't very subtle.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
Uh-huh. Okay.
She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet.
Well, now that I know my brother's alive, I don't have to kill anybody.
Hey, she didn't take the axe this time.
Well. Yeah.
Junpei took it from her and turned to Seven.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap. Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet.
Yes.
Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on?
Probably.
Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Ayo.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
However, the door didn't open. The Reds display red error.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a third asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter.
I mean, do you remember what it is?
All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Seven waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you
Oh
said?
yeah, right. It's the number 3.
Is it?
That's right.
Wait. Well, wait. Was it 3?
Then what number is it?
Yeah, it was
Let's find
3.
out.
Is it? Junpei
don't-
scanned the bracelets with this combination.
I don't appreciate being taunted like this.
I mean, do you remember how they got through the door in the other route?
It was. Yeah, it was 7, Snake, and Junpei. In the other route.
Yeah, but do you know which bracelets they scanned for that?
Oh, it was the 4 bracelet. Was it?
I mean, that
I
would
don't-
have worked if they added Snake to them, but
I don't remember.
Oh
I don't
my
remember.
goodness.
Let's try 7, me, and Cap.
I'm so sorry.
If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Oh wow. How did I not remember that?
Hey, it
skill
opened.
issue.
Have the door opened.
I have a lot of those.
What? Why? What does that mean?
Both Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken as they turned to look at Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an eyebrow.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Yes, that is what that would imply.
Jumpy.
Doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
What?
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, a letter, not a number. Okay, sure.
It makes sense if you think about it.
No, it
Whoa,
doesn't.
Wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah,
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Oh wait. It does make sense if you think about it.
Well, this is only an educated guess, but
Oh, Snake, I missed you.
I think
Well,
June's
this
number
is-
was never 6 to begin with.
Yeah, that. This is only an educated guess, but
Her bracelet was flipped. In other words,
she's
June's
9.
real number is
9.
Then how has she gotten through so many doors?
Because there was a very specific reason that you never picked up on.
that seems the most likely.
And I think they're going to go over that now.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Lending
would you
even
say
more
that?
credence to the idea that June is in fact 0.
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it.
Here, look.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
list of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
Wait, does this mean that both June and the 9th man both had 9 bracelets?
That's what this theory is supposing, yes.
All right.
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why
Oh.
would Santa do such a thing?
This is okay, you know what? This is too much of a mind fuck for me right now. I need to just watch because I feel like every couple of slides here there's just another twist. Okay, I need
The
to
answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number... 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I will say, there was never in this entire game a single point where June and Santa did not go through the same door. If you
Yeah,
ever noticed
no.
that.
I notice it now, and also it makes sense because Santa is 0, and he disguised his number as 3. Then he could disguise June's number as 6, but it was actually 9. Therefore, as long as he just kind of stuck with her the entire time, no one would be any the wiser.
Hey, do you remember that time you chose door 3 to go into the shower room?
Yes.
Do you remember how, like, absolutely, like, running Santa was then to make sure he slapped on that button?
Oh, when you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, imagine what would happen if he didn't do that. Wouldn't that be such a crazy accident?
I think things would be very different. That'd be for sure.
Yeah.
Santa is 0?
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not. But I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0. If my hypothesis is correct.
Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei. Junpei remained silent and thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case...
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
Oh boy. Wonder what's on the other side. Oh my gosh, it's a door. Door 9 opened. They left the room.
Oh, it's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly, they scanned their bracelets. Whatcha? And the detonators stopped.
Oh,
After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them.
all right. Let's keep going.
At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door.
Hey, it's a.
And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, the kind with 3 prongs. Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
Uranus.
Clearly, it wasn't going to open this door.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Oh yeah, we have a key card.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they'd come.
Hey, another door.
With a little more searching, they found a metal door.
And a card reader this time.
A symbol was engraved onto the card reader.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open.
You know, I was just thinking
Yeah?
that it makes sense now in the other ending why Zero is like, I have lost, or whatever. And, because he wouldn't have been able to escape the Nonary game as a player.
Yeah.
Because his bracelet was 0, and if, well, no, I was gonna say if June died at the ending, presumably, well, it doesn't matter because he could just take her bracelet off and use it anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would have had the correct.
I mean,
I don't think there's any
I
combination that would have gotten them out of the 9 door.
I will say they did have Clover's bracelet on them, and Junpei's a 5, so that's already 9. So if a 0 person did do that, they could just use those 2 bracelets.
Okay.
So, just,
So
you
then
know,
that's not why he lost. Okay.
just throwing that one out there for you. Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books.
Wow! It's totally full of books.
Wow!
Wow! That's crazy.
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books, more the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
I think we call those archives, but that's fine.
Yeah, that would be a more accurate term.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Yeah, they have like under an hour at this point, I think.
Recently said that they had like less than 30 minutes, I think.
No, it was just under an hour, I think. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Ada, 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 ada.
Here we go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Seek a
Speak a way out.
It's been a while since we've done this.
It's been a while, yeah.
Welcome to the library. Yeah, no, seriously, I think, gosh, we haven't done an escape room in like a while.
Yeah, it's been
So-
quite a while at this point.
We have quite a few angles, it looks like, so let's just start with the one we started at.
All right, well,
golly.
yeah, well, there's so many books to interact with. You may as well just, I mean, there's, yeah, that one right there. Oh, I guess just a shelf.
Automated robotic assembly line techniques, huh?
What's that?
Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot. I was supposed to give her a Valley Girl accent, right?
You do
Some
whatever
sort
you
of-
want.
Some sort of comic book? Geez, I guess boys really like that stuff, huh?
No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. Oh, hey, what? This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars.
Okay, well that doesn't sound very useful. Oh gosh, should I do
You wanna-
7?
Yeah, you can do 7.
What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. So it's just some basic light reading.
Yep. I
Okay.
read that on a Tuesday morning at Starbucks sipping my coffee.
Communications and Computer Science, huh?
That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague that I don't really know what it might be about.
Yeah, I guess. An overview of photochemistry.
I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay?
Oh,
There's,
there's like
a whole lot of
something-
space behind these books.
Is that like a light bulb or something?
Junpei, look!
Or whatever.
I think there's something hidden behind the books.
Okay, let's take it. Powerful
Yeah, it's a
light,
light
bulb.
bulb.
This is a brand new light bulb. Looks like a pretty high wattage one, too.
I actually really like your 7 voice.
Powerful light bulb, huh?
Hey, Peter! That's a pretty powerful light bulb. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. Let's see, there was a light bulb here. There isn't anything here now. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a lot of shelves to look through. This book is called Mind Swap.
You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone?
Clover, you're the one that was just telling us about the whole, like, telepathy thing.
Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me.
What the hell? Like I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat like... Nah.
Hey, were you just imagining it? You were.
Shut up.
That's like, you're like a creep. Ugh.
Well,
Disgusting.
he,
Belong on the
wasn't,
sex offender list.
He wasn't the only one. The things I would do if I was in Clover's body, I would
These people.
pose in front of the mirror and take
Dude.
cute selfies and upload them on Instagram.
Okay, how old is she supposed to be? I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. She's probably like late teens or something. I genuinely don't know.
These men are all weird, man.
Like I said, Junpei's pretty close to her age, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think Junpei is like early 20s.
This book says Mind Swap on the spine. Sounds like a reality show.
Ah, yes, Homestuck.
Ah, yes. Teletemperation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about? Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemperation.
It refers to having the ability to travel through time.
That would be a good Scrabble word.
Imagine spelling that out and people are just like, that's not a real word. And you're like, actually, it is.
I don't think the Scrabble board would be long enough for that.
You're right. I don't think it would be, but yeah, you wouldn't even have enough letters.
Kitab al-Azif. Man, they got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one.
Who's that? Some famous guy?
It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul
Alzared.
Alzared. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Like, duh. So these are all like occult books and stuff.
It's full of occult stuff like Kitab Azizi. Apparently that was one of the cited sources for the Necronomicon. Very cool.
This one says the golden rabbit in the moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? That's actually,
I mean, that's pretty common mythology.
I mean,
think.
pretty common mythology in
They're up
Japan.
there pounding mochi, having a good time.
And also, you know, they usually have last names that end with way, or their first name begins with way or whatever.
Listen, Mochi Way would exist, I guarantee it.
Mochi Way.
Yeah.
That's
Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about?
It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. Okay, so it is just Asian culture in general. It's not just
Also, Snake,
Japanese.
damn, are you like the Wikipedia article right now? Holy crap. He knows everything. Was this the one we were just looking at? Yeah. I think it's just like
You know,
it's
all
like
this
4
talk
quadrants, kind of.
of all this talk of rabbits on the moon got me like all kinds of, you know, all kinds of happy.
Yeah, they're pretty dreaming, I would say. Principles of monkey behavior, huh?
I'd imagine that's a book describing
I have
Prax-
no idea.
praxeology studies on monkeys. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Monkeys are very similar to humans evolutionarily, so I imagine the research was fruitful.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Seven. Here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. I'm calling you an idiot.
You're just saying that because it says muscle. Wah wah. This book is
Womp.
just called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books.
From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is.
Full of medical books, there's one called Dissection. Functions of the human brain, huh? I guess this is a book about the nervous system?
I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time.
I'm kind of curious about it too. There's gotta be a reason people connect with each other, you know?
Yeah. Just take it with you then?
Evolution?
What's a picture book like that doing here? Looks like it's about Little League.
It does seem a little weird that it's so different from the others, huh? Maybe you ought to take it with you?
We got a book.
About baseball. The fundamentals of baseball.
There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I want to know how to hit a home run.
I'm gonna go
What
out
is it?
on
What
a
does
limb
shortstop
here.
mean?
It's probably baseball still.
Whoa! Hey, you know what?
There was head in the book.
I love it when I open a book and just randomly get head.
Yeah.
This is one of those pop-up books, isn't it? It says H-E-A-D. That spells death. Oh. I mean, I'm smart.
Head? You mean like where my brain is? I thought it was in the back of my knee.
Junpei, that's assuming you even have one of those.
There aren't any other books that look suspicious. Human equilibrium theory. Human anatomy.
Regeneration of internal organs.
These books are about human anatomy. Dissection Atlas, huh? This whole shelf is full of medical books.
Okay.
Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. You think they're talking about if you, like, lose part of your body, then you could grow it back?
I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. That's what a jump. Okay. In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense.
Okay, well that's interesting. Ancient Gladiators. What's this book doing here?
Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history.
Uh-huh. Alright, well let's check this fourth quadrant then. Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail.
Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails, as they were no longer useful and the nutrients required to grow them were better put elsewhere. At least that is what I read. I was rather young, I may have remembered it incorrectly.
Why the hell would a kid be reading a book like that?
I had a wild and curious imagination. I've read all kinds of books. Before I lost my eyesight, that is.
Hey, we don't talk about that. That was traumatic.
Now I just listen to audiobooks. Especially when it's Matthew McConaughey. Sometimes he reads audiobooks into my ears that make me go, all right, all right, all right. And then I feel great. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there.
I'll take your word for it.
All right, all right, all
Micrographia,
right.
huh?
Yes, Robert Hooke's famous work. First published in 1665, of course. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many things that he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess that this shelf is concerned with natural sciences.
Wow! Nerd stuff. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? Wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. No.
Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? I don't really remember. Or is that just about the study of paleons?
It's
I
the
don't know what
paleo
paleons
diet,
are.
of course.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, also, ammonites are pretty nasty. Look, you take that back. We worship, we praise Helix in this house.
Kabutops is better.
That's true.
This one says transition of extinct species.
We need to hurry it up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that.
But, Introduction to Geology, huh?
Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kinda romantic in a way, I guess.
Love me some geology. Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off near somewhere called Cambria?
Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them.
Wow. theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This is that Darwin guy, right?
Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution.
Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection.
Exactly.
Interesting. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? If that's the case, I'm definitely interested.
I hear Mother Nature and my mind starts wondering a bit. Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. Protection.
I was just trying to make a joke. Come on, it's not like I was expecting to see some nice leafy broads in there or anything. Golly. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Golly. 7. Okay, well. Let's just continue searching the library next time.
That was a
'cause if
lot
it-
of books.
Yes, if it goes at this pace, we will be here for quite a while. Say the line.
Can you turn? Oh, uh, what's the line?
See you next time.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we're gonna keep reading. We're gonna look at some books. Maybe check a couple out, and in the time period between this video and the next one, we will have read On the Origin of Species and also that weird book about Ice Nine that was fiction and isn't now, and also probably, maybe Goodnight Moon and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and maybe Twilight. Who knows what else we'll find in this library? But until then, see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay.